So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna make a grand birthday cake.
Do you know how to make a birthday cake?
No.
But you're going to make one?
Yeah.
Are you going to poison us?
I hope not.
Okay, let's do some cake baking.
Okay. 9-inch round cake pans with parchment paper and lightly grease / spray and set aside.
Okay, we have 2 pans, so you're going to do 2 pans, and then you're going to cut cakes in half to make 4 layers.
Cool, 4-layer cake. That light?
So you've greased all the pan, like the side where the cake's going to be? Okay, lightly wasn't that. Okay, and then put your parchment paper inside. So now that your pans are ready, you can put them aside. So you have flour and baking soda.
Yep, and then I need cinnamon, nutmeg, and a tiny pinch of ground cloves. Which, tiny pinch does not actually have a measurement. Okay.
So we found this recipe on the internet.
Yeah.
So we could link it for anybody who wants to make this cake.
Mm-hmm.
If it turns out.
Yeah.
Do you like doing fractions?
No.
Oh. Even when you get to cook with it?
As long as it says you don't have to double it, I'm fine. If you have to double it, forget it.
Oh, so it's a good thing that Savannah's going to make the other cake so that you don't have to double anything.
Yeah. So now how much would be like a tiny pinch of cloves?
A pinch? How much could you get in a pinch of your fingers? Not very much, eh?
No.
So that's all your dry ingredients?
Yeah.
Because for cakes, the dry ingredients get mixed together and the wet ingredients get mixed together, and then you lightly combine them. So how much of that do you need?
I need 4 of these because it's only a half cup.
And that'll equal how much?
2 cups.
Oh, you are getting better at your fractions.
It's easy with the halves.
So how many people do you think are going to come for dinner?
Maybe 25 or so.
It's a pretty big party.
3. And 4. 3 of these? Okay.
I don't know. How much do you need?
I need 3/4 of a cup. So
Okay.
there's 3 of these, right?
That's one way of doing it, yeah. Or you could have a half cup and a quarter cup. That would equal 3/4 as well.
Okay.
You're gonna learn your fractions eventually.
I know.
Okay, Cheyenne, your measurements aren't accurate when you spill half of it. You had to read the recipe ahead of time. So here's a quiz. If you don't have buttermilk, what can you use to substitute it?
I had a thingy in here.
I know, that's why I'm asking you, because I'm seeing if you remember from your reading.
Here it is. So a quick fix is using milk, whole, and 2% work best for this trick, add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar. It sours milk and gives you a fox buttermilk and
A
a pinch.
faux.
A faux?
Yeah. Like a fake.
Buttermilk and a pinch.
So you can add lemon juice or vinegar to your milk to make a substitute if you don't have buttermilk.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something important to remember because you might have a cake or pancakes or something that you want to make and you don't have buttermilk. So that's an important tip to remember.
Okay, so it says 3/4 cups of buttermilk.
Okay, see if you remember your math.
Just 3 of these.
Pardon?
3 of these.
Yeah, but we're not spilling. 3 of those?
No, that's 1/3. 3/4, so 3 of these.
Okay. And we're not spilling this time because that throws our measurements off. So you're going to grate the carrots and I'm going to chop the toasted walnuts. I toasted them in the oven so that they will have better flavor.
Yeah, it said something that when it's toasted in here that it tastes better than when it's raw.
Yep, so I toasted them so that it'll bring out the flavors. It's looking good.
Thanks.
Might be easier to hold the bowl and pour it slowly, half into each. Cheyenne, why are you doing that?
To get the air bubbles out from underneath.
So, we're going to check it after 30 minutes because it said to put it in 3 pans and we put it in 2.
Because we're gonna cut them in half.
So it might take a little bit longer to cook. Pull the wire wrap. Okay, it's not done. I can tell because it's jiggly.
So how much longer do you think?
Start with another 5 minutes. And you're going to keep checking. It's your turn?
Yep.
So Cheyenne made her cake and now you're going to make yours?
Yep.
What type are you making?
Strawberry shortcake.
Okay, let's get you making your cake. Whose birthday is it going to be?
Grand's birthday.
And everybody's going to come over?
Yes.
Do you think that more people want to eat your cake or Cheyenne's cake?
Probably my cake.
Yours is going to be the favorite?
Yep.
So can you read these directions and tell me what we need to do first?
Preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Line bottom of 2 9 or 8-inch cake pans with parchment paper. No need to grease the pans.
So do you know what to do?
Yep.
Can you do it?
Yep. Timer?
You're not doing the time, remember? You're preheating the oven.
Yeah.
So we need convection bake. Is that the right temperature?
Yep.
Then you have to push start. Nope, that's right. So the oven is going to heat up for you. Savannah, what do you like to bake the most?
I don't know.
What do you like best about baking?
Everything.
Do you like baking because you like eating?
Yeah.
Because Cheyenne thinks the best part is licking the bowl. Do you think the best part is licking the bowl, or is it sharing with other people, or what's the best part for you?
Sharing and licking the bowl. Separate egg whites and yolk, making sure not even a little bit of egg yolk gets into the white. This one?
Is it no? You have to fill it right to the top, don't you?
Okay.
Okay. You dump it in there. So you need a teaspoon of vanilla. Which one's a teaspoon?
This one?
Nope.
This one. 1 teaspoon.
So now you need to pour it very slowly so that you get just 1 teaspoon. Put it over top of your bowl.
Okay.
Okay, pour it in, please. And you can put the lid back on so then you don't spill it. Now what does your recipe say? What else do you need?
Almond extract.
So how much almond extract do you need?
1 teaspoon.
1/4.
1/4.
Do you know which one's 1/4?
Found it.
So you're going to do the same thing you did with the vanilla extract. Pour it very slowly. But you don't need as much of this one, do you?
Okay.
Pour it in. And then check your recipe. What do you have to do now?
Until peel triple in for about 5 minutes.
Okay, so then you need to turn it on. How do you turn this one on?
I don't know.
Well, is there a switch at the front?
Yeah.
Okay. And it needs about 5 minutes. So look at your time. What time is it? No? What time is it? Look on your clock.
10:05.
Okay, so you need to wait 5 minutes. What time will it be in 5 minutes?
10:12.
5 plus 5 is?
10.
So 10:10?
Yeah. And half cups.
Okay, so we don't have cake flour.
Yeah.
So we have to take 3 tablespoons away from our 1.5 cups and put 3 tablespoons of cornstarch in instead to make cake flour, okay?
Okay.
So you can measure out 1 full cup to start.
Yes,
Do you think it would be better to use a knife to scrape
Yeah.
across the top? A butter knife? Okay, that's good. And then you can put it in the sifter.
Okay.
So for the flour that we took out, because it's all-purpose flour and we want cake flour, we're going to put in cornstarch. So you need 3 tablespoons in there. So how much salt do you need?
Red and 2 quarters.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah.
So which one's a half?
This one.
Okay. So make sure that you pour carefully, because if we have too much salt, it's not going to taste good. Oh, open up it on the other side, it'll pour easier.
Okay.
See, it has a spout. Okay, that's good. Pour it in. And put your salt away. So we want to clean up as we go. And then you need to sift this. So you're going to put it here and shake it lightly. Okay? Because you don't want it to go everywhere.
Yeah.
Or you can tap on here if you want for it to come out. Why do you think we're sifting it?
Then we could make cake flour.
Yeah, but we also want our cake, this type of cake, to be fluffy. So we're making lots of air in the flour. Now you need to mix it till it's smooth, but gently. Because you put all those air bubbles in and you want them to stay. We need to mix it up gently. Do you think homemade cakes taste better than store-bought cakes?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they taste better?
Because they are from home and you have the ingredients.
But store-bought cakes have ingredients in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
So, do you think just because the ingredients are from home it makes it better?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it because you know what went in your cake?
We know what went in the cake.
We do. And this cake's mostly eggs. And you got these from your chickens.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, now we need to add the rest of the egg whites into there. So once that's gently mixed, then you have to add in your flour, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you're all mixed up, you have to pour half into that pan and half into that pan. Are you able to pour it? Or are you not able to pour?
No.
Okay, maybe I'll do some pouring. Savannah, is this the worst part about cooking?
Yes.
Having to do the dishes?
Yes.
I think so too. Be nice if little elves came in and cleaned up after us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know how to test if your cake is done.
No.
So we need to open it up. Can you pull the metal rack a little bit? And then use that big toothpick and stab the middle of the cake. And pull it out. Is there anything on it?
No.
Okay. Both of your cakes are done. What are you working on now?
The cream cheese frosting.
Mmm. Best part on the carrot cake. Get as much off as possible. And a reminder, you don't get to lick any of this icing or taste this icing or do anything until your cake is completely done.
Okay.
Yep.
Because
Because nobody wants bad hygiene in their food.
no.
So you have your icing here,
Yep.
and I cut the cake for you. I want you to put a couple scoops
Okay.
onto your cake and then spread it around. And we need to make sure that we don't get any crumbs into our icing pot. So Savannah's convinced everybody's gonna like her dessert best.
Well, what's her dessert?
Strawberry shortcake. Whose do you think they're gonna like best?
I don't know. I know that quite a few people like cream cheese icing. Like a lot of our family members do like cream cheese icing. Like if Mom makes cinnamon buns, that's their go-to icing. If she makes a glazed one and a cream cheese one.
Okay, I guess time's gonna tell.
Yep. So you want it as even as possible?
It doesn't have to be right to the edge because when you put the other layer on, it's gonna squish out of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's probably good. And you
Okay.
can carefully lift your next layer. Sounds like our little puppy wants to
Cake?
be in here with having some
Dad's
cake.
gonna like this cake
Why?
because carrot cake is one of his favorite cakes.
Except for you put something he doesn't like in that cake.
I know, he doesn't like carrots, but this will be the only way he eats it.
He doesn't like pineapple even more than he doesn't like carrots.
Well, I don't think he's gonna taste the pineapple because it's already cooked.
Got it lined up nice. You'll have to check that it's not going to be sliding in one direction or the other. So for your last layer, you're going to flip that cake so that the bottom is on top because there's less crumbs because we haven't cut it. Flipped it,
Yeah.
put it on, get it lined up, and then take that parchment paper off.
Is that? It's looking good.
Okay, make sure it's nice and straight. So when you've done that part, you can turn it a little bit so that you're still working in a comfortable position.
Who would be better, Savannah or Cheyenne?
What do you think?
Last week when we had a party.
Mm-hmm.
We had both dishes and they were delicious.
Oh, so you're hoping you can have both kinds again? Whose cake do you think's gonna be best?
Savannah's,
Why do you think Savannah's would be best?
because it is.
Oh,
It looks pretty good. So for the finishing touch, I took this
mm-hmm.
and had it against the edge and then spun it just to make it even-ish.
Nice.
And I also did that to the top as well.
Looks good.
Yeah, there is some sections where I need to top it up, but it should be easier once it's hardened a bit.
Okay, looks good.
Thank you.
You're in charge of table setting?
Yeah.
That's good. You guys are the decorating and
Yeah.
table crew?
Yeah.
So how many tables do we need?
2.
Oh, we have
Because
this
this-
giant table and we
Yeah.
still don't have enough space?
No.
Yep.
What you doing, Savannah?
Cutting strawberries.
We're getting the strawberries ready for your strawberry shortcake?
Yep.